Thank you so much. My name's RJsmangit, or RJ's fine, whatever. I'm gonna be running Crow Country for y'all tonight. I have a couch that I'm sure you haven't seen at all for the past 5 hours. I actually was talking with somebody. They told me that Maxie and Bobby took out a 2-year lease on the couch. They now live here.
Oh, yes.
This is my side.
Yeah, okay.
They're splitting it 50-50, half and half. But anyway, do you guys want to introduce yourselves? Do you feel like you're good?
I'm Bobby. I play video games here. You've seen me.
I play video games. I also play video games, but my name's Maxie, and this is my side of the couch.
You stay on your side.
All right, and before we get this going, let's have like a late night crowd. How are we feeling?
Oh, yeah.
Great, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
That is
Late night crowd.
absolutely 315 vibes if I've ever
That
heard
was
it.
pretty good 315
Yeah, I
vibes,
know. Anyway, so I already know we already hit the Murder of Crows incentive. You guys killed it, or should I say murdered it. Get ready. So we'll be doing Murder of Crows. It is the harder difficulty for the game. Just a quick difference between survival horror and Murder of Crows. There's less resources on the ground. Enemies move more aggressively and they hit harder. So taking hits at all throughout the run is going to be very bad. So we'll try to do that as little as possible. Other than that, the route is basically the same, minus just picking up some extra items to be a little safe, maybe. But I think we're about ready here. So on the count of, okay, all right, bear with me. Can we do a 3, 2, 1 crow to start the run?
Sure.
We can.
Okay, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, crow! I almost didn't start it. I was too excited to yell crow. So we skip a cutscene right away, but all we learned in that cutscene is that this character's name is Mara Forrest. She's here at Crow Country, the amusement park, looking for Edward Crow, the owner, and that's where we'll leave it for now. So right off the bat for Murder of Crows, I'm gonna pick up some extra ammo. Technically, you could get through it without it, but it makes things it makes it feel a little better. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab this health pack right here. It is a large health pack. There are large and small health packs in here. Oops. Oh my goodness, please. There we go. We'll take our time. And then mess that up as well. There we go. So you might notice that the text is gonna be going through really quick. This game allows us to use a auto masher to make things a little easier, which I'm thankful for. But yeah, if you're worried about spoilers, you probably won't be able to read a single thing that happens, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. But on this next screen, we're about to come to the first dodge that we have to do, but first, we're gonna pop a shot for something later. Step, cut in. All right, he took another step to us, so we're just gonna run around him. Try to be safe here. I don't wanna get hit by this guy. I like to call this guy Long Man, if anybody's familiar with that whole thing. He just wants a hug, but you know he didn't ask first, so I don't want the hug. We're gonna come into this puzzle here. There's a normal way to do it, but you know, Mara deals with things interestingly. You just shoot it. On Murder of Crows, this actually takes 5 hits. On the normal difficulty, it only takes 1. We have a boss here who breaks through the wall. We just wait for a couple of steps, which is actually a lot easier on Murder of Crows because he moves faster, so he gets out of the way quicker. And things are kind of flying by. There we go. We are gonna gather some gasoline for later, and we're gonna come here and grab another key item from the safe with a password that we already know ahead of time, but could have gotten it from the graves in the other room. And now we'll get introduced to the first NPC that we'll meet in the run. This is Julie. She is an attorney representing a child that got hurt in the park here. She's also looking for Edward Crow. Common theme. But all we need to do with Julie for now is help her put out some evidence, and then we can be on our way. All right, so we are going back outside here. This dodge is very tricky. It's kind of like a coin flip whether you get by this without getting hurt. If we can not get hurt here, it would be amazing. Perfect. That guy did
nice.
nothing. That's what you want to see. Lazy guests. And then this puzzle, set the clocks with the crank we just got. The answer to this is actually written on this painting if you were to check it out. grab our another key item, the red gemstone. Then we're gonna get out of here. Didn't get blocked, so that's good. We're doing so well right now. Like I said, getting hit is very brutal. Well, there's one, that's okay. Ooh, he tried again, but he missed. 2 hits will put us into an injured status where Mara will walk permanently until she's healed. So we want to avoid that as much as possible, because unless you have a way to heal it, she is a crawl, basically. And if you're crawling to your enemies, you're as good as done for. But while we're doing this swan thing, how about we throw it to a donation real quick before I forget?
Absolutely. I have a $1,000 donation from SFB Games. Hi, this is Tom and Adam from SFB Games, the Crow Country devs. We've been watching games done quick for years, so to see our own game get featured is a dream come true. A big shout out to all the Crow Country runners, and good luck to RJsmangit. I'm sure you'll do great. Just watch out for chandeliers. Thank you so much.
Solid advice and such a generous donation from the really great devs of this game. Not only are they in the Discord, but they've actively worked with us to make things a little nicer for the speed run. They are just... Wait, we didn't actually use the thing. I was too busy rizzing up the devs. But anyway, so we need to use the crank that we just took from that swan. But yes, thank you again. Adam and Tom, they've been super nice to us. Honestly, couldn't have asked for a better experience interacting with developers in a speedrunning community. So here we go. We're trying to get this mask. We need to burn it. We're using some of the gasoline we got from earlier. Just while that's melting, we can't pick it up, so might as well shoot that crate and pick up some extra health without wasting any time. And now we're gonna backtrack a little bit to the haunted area again. That's not fun. I didn't mean to do that. That's okay, we'll just heal it. Makes things a little easier for later anyway, because the way the poison traps work, at least the crow poison traps, we haven't actually seen one yet. I'm gonna go around this guy, he's in a weird spot. The one I stepped on, you'll get poisoned even if you can't cure it. But there is a trap with a crow head that will run past a couple of times. If we don't have a way of curing the poison, it won't actually give us the poison status. So I did it on purpose, so I wouldn't get poisoned later. That's the real strat. Have the bad things happen before the bad things happen. Anyway, so we're running through the hedge mage here. This is called Witchwood. We had to reload the gun. I almost made a horrible error.
Watch out for those chandeliers.
At some point, I forgot to load my gun, and I'm kicking this one way too much. But kicking it's kind of fun, so I don't feel too bad about it. Anyway, so here we're running in, as is with most survival horror games, we're just running from area to area, grabbing key items in, I don't know, I wouldn't say in order you're not supposed to get them, but maybe before you should know where to go to get them. And trying to make sure we do that as optimally as possible. So we're about to run. Come on, little guy. Get this dodge real quick, sorry. We're gonna have a situation here where we're gonna pull this crank for a while. So if we have anything to read, go for it.
Oh, boy, do we. I have $20 from Ackroyd, Crow Country Composer here.
Wow.
Can't wait to see you mangle the game. Good luck on the run. Thank you, that is so incredibly cool. I have $5 from Side of Beans. In my restless dreams, I see that amusement park. Crow Country. I can't wait for the run. Thank you so much. Luciano V3 donates $250. Let's murder some crows. Thank you very much for your donation. And Zoeism donates $5 from everybody in the Crow Country Speedrunning Discord. Best of luck on the run. You've got this, less than 3.
Luciano, one of the mods for the Discord, shout out to the Crow Country Discord. Here we go into the restaurant. With the trident we got in the hedge mage, we need to shoot these containers with the Loch Ness monsters so they look at us and open this chest. That'll give us another key that we need. And then we'll put in the very complicated 1, 2, 3, 4 puzzle for this keypad to get out of the restaurant. Now we get to go to, I guess, my favorite part of this game. I actually think this is an amazing section. We have a puzzle in this arcade where we actually have to play some of the games and get a score to do the puzzle. Each game has like a certain score we need to get with it. So this dolphin game, I was unlucky. Just nothing I could really do about that. I need 2 balloons in dolphin jump. I need 4 stars in the speedboat. Not bad. We're gonna shoot a basketball shot for swag. Look at that.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna have the couch try to answer this question. We need to answer one question. How many countries are there in Europe? This is great. A, 30, B, 32, C, 34, or D, 36?
What do you think, Bobby?
34. There's a lot of countries in Europe. 34?
I'm gonna go with 32.
Well, the answer is in fact 34. Bobby's correct. It's fun
Good
thing
job,
about
Bobby.
that trivia is since this game is based out of 1990, all of the answers are outdated. I don't know about that one specifically because I'm not very familiar with how many countries should be in Europe currently, but there's some other fun answers like the highest grossing movie of all time at that moment was E.T. I can't believe I missed a fish going through this whole thing. So we need to shoot 8 of these fish, and we're doing that. In between every fish, there's a possibility of 2 skulls spawning. So that actually wasn't too bad. And then after we hit all of the points, we get the data disk. And we'll be backtracking all the way back to the parking lot right now for an item. So if you have anything, now is a great time to read off like a couple of donations.
Absolutely. I have $500 from Porcelain Maid. I'm so happy to see Crow Country getting the love it deserves at one of my favorite events. Thank you, GDQ. Put this to runner's choice of incentive. Thank you so much, Porcelain Maid. I have $50 from Rafa. That couch seems familiar. You're wrong. Absolutely not. We've never seen this couch before.
First time.
First time. And $25 from Kubaru. Staying up late to catch this Crow Country run. I really love this game and wanted to donate. This horror block has been so amazing. Best of luck on the run, RJ. Putting my donation towards the Crossroad OS 100% upgrade. Much love to everyone. Less than 3. We are at 550 out of 3,000 for that. So thank you so much for your donation towards that incentive.
So, if you blinked and missed it, RJ just picked up some running shoes, which, I mean, it's very clear what they're for. They're for running. You run faster.
Yeah, and we're actually gonna grab a second secret item right away, and I'm gonna grab some health here just because I don't have any, and that scares me. We grab a second secret item, the flamethrower, which will help us solve a puzzle in an alternative way later. So I'm not gonna get poisoned here, correct? Because I don't have a way of curing the poison, which helps. I wanted to go back outside because I really like that area, but anyway, here we go.
I like it too.
It's a nice area. So yeah, that makes that dodge a little easier. On Murder of Crows, this boss breaks out right away. That's not how it would work on survival horror. We don't have to worry about him at all. He's just a little guy hanging out. He's just gonna sit there and watch me do all this. It's okay. He's fine, trust me. Here we go, more puzzles that would have like I am getting jebaited by the buttons. And by jebaited by the buttons, I mean I think that worked.
You were playing a really cool tune, though.
Yeah, it sounded great, didn't it? See, he just chills there. He's just a little guy. Somebody should really answer that phone.
You know, talk about the time that this is like supposed to be taking place in, because like I haven't heard of from a rotary phone in like ever.
Yeah.
So we're gonna shoot that crate there. That's just for a little bit of ease of access to get out of here. So normally to get this puzzle, we'd have to kill that boss there, but we don't because it's always the same password. So if you've noticed so far, all of the bigger boss enemies that we fought, we don't actually have to kill any of them so far. So it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of ways to deal with this game. You could kill them if you want, and you will most likely kill that one for the puzzle or the key to get out of the room. All right, let's run past this guy. I almost always take a hit here, and it stays true today. We'll pop this, that's fine, because we can get another heal in the next area. So something we haven't talked about, during screen transitions, you can actually load your gun before you're able to, and we'll take advantage of that here to switch to the flamethrower and put all the ammo into it, because we'll need it shortly. Just a nice little bit of tech so we can reload and switch guns without actually having to waste any time. So now we're gonna get this gold key. This is the puzzle I was talking about, solving in an alternative way. Normally, the intended way, per the developers, we had a conversation about this, that there is a vial where you go out of your way, you get some acid, you put acid into like the water system essentially. That guy hit me, what a jerk. And then you actually drip acid onto, whoa, that guy missed. That's good for us. And drip acid onto that head to get it instead. But if you know ahead of time and grab the flamethrower, you can get it without doing all of that stuff. It's a little faster. And then I'm going to try and pay attention for just a second in this room. There's floor pads. I just want to make sure we actually hit the puzzle. All right. Whoa. Another keypad. Just make sure, okay, good. Because if we were to mess up those floor pads and release that boss that just came out, we would basically be dead to rights, because he also counts for stepping on the floor pads. It's like, you'd have to kill him, but we don't really have a good way of doing that.
That was really impressive movement, considering you didn't move your camera at all.
Yeah.
That was really impressive.
So some runners do a lot of, or will like rebind the keys, so I think they rebind the run button. I keep mine on B, so it's hard to move the right thumbstick with the controller. So I just kind of committed the movement to memory a little bit. Normally I wouldn't check the one button. I would leave it up to the RNG gods to see if I actually pressed it, which kind of seems silly, like a half second just to, you know. But that's speed running. We need all of it. Puzzle, we get to use the data disk again. Easy puzzle. There's actually a couple of different ways to solve that, which I like. Here, we'll do that without looking too. So you can, like, if you haven't noticed, I've done it a couple of times. While you can aim through screen transitions, it'll actually flip the camera to where she's aiming as well. So if you're not comfortable running through the screen without looking where you're going, you could sort of fix it. All right, let's see if we get the swag key here. Nah, I got a bad lineup. Sometimes, because like Mara does everything with like one hand basically with the graphics, sometimes she can get some pretty goofy arm movements, but we weren't fortunate there. And now we ignored the knocking that was here earlier. We're actually gonna open it up, and it's Julie.
What are you doing in there?
What's she doing in there? Julie will keep finding herself in precarious situations for basically the rest of the run. But, so we leave her in the crate temporarily to go into that room we went into just now, because Mara realizes she needs somebody to operate the thing for her, so we kind of just hit that trigger early before even talking to Julie. So she's already here. Hey, look, Julie in a sailor hat.
She's everywhere.
She is everywhere. Julie's a great character. Actually, all of the characters in this game are great. One of my favorite things about it is the writing. It's pretty lighthearted, but it's also like creepy and mysterious at the same time. It's got all of the things you love. All right, so the little puzzle here, we just need to find the right mermaid, which we know is the one with the purple hair. Of course it is. We take the battery out of it. None of the other mermaids have that. And then we can leave. What do we need the battery for? I don't know yet, but we have it. And now we're about to run back into the room with the crate that Julie was in, but it's gonna look a lot different and a lot more challenging. I'm gonna try to not take damage here.
Oh, that is very different.
Oh, wow, there we go. Nice movement there.
Ooh.
So they put spike strips and 2 different paths on the ground, and there's a whole bunch of enemies in there. It took me about, I would say 500 attempts doing this before I realized that the spike traps were on the ground. I was like, what is hurting me? And I'm running diagonally through these spike traps. That was like, honestly, 2 weeks ago almost. So I'm like, yeah, let's run this on GDQ. I don't even know what the floors look like. But anyway, we actually made it through pretty cleanly. That's nice. All right, here's a bad hallway too. I'm actually gonna play it a little safe. We're gonna pull this guy down, blow him up, and then we break that guy down there. So we get all of everything dead. We'll take our time with the lasers. And now we need to charge our battery. Oop, wrong way. So a fun thing with the battery is while it's charging, something funny about it when it's done, when we hear the beep, we don't actually need to pick up the battery. We could just run away because it'll just go back into our inventory. A fun little bit of tech there. Just wait for the lasers to go. I think the optimal way to do this would honestly be to tank it. That's what we do in survival horror, but I don't feel comfortable doing that in this setting, so we're just gonna play it nice and easy. But we're kind of in the home stretch here. We're headed back towards the hub. Oh, I forgot to fix my camera. So while we're running back to the hub, why don't we get a quick donation?
Absolutely. I have $50 from Twirlin' Curtis. Let's go, RJ. Super proud of you for running Crow Country at GDQ. Love you, buddy. I got a good feeling about the year 2106 AD.
My boy, Twirlin' Curtis. Love you. Thank you so much. So we're putting the battery in the Crow from the beginning. just so we could send him on his way. Everyone wave bye to the crow. Bye, big crow. And just like that, he walked out of my life.
I miss him already.
So I'm going to pay attention in this room a little bit, but before that, I'm going to empty out my gun.
Oh yeah, this room is absolutely hectic, especially on this difficulty that we're playing as. Like, as you can see, like, a lot in this small room is going to kill you if you do not have the proper healing. And a sequence of buttons for this lock to be released takes a lot longer, 3 times as much as long. As in this difficulty. I don't know, I can't talk now. But the reason why you wanted no ammo is that this automatically opens up. Like, this was supposed to be a puzzle for you to do, but it's automatically solved for you with you to take all the rewards from.
Hi, Marv. Bye, Marv. Here's Julie again in a vent this time. Yeah, so after she piloted the boat for us, something grabbed her and pulled her into the pipes.
That's not Solid Snake.
But you want to know what is Solid Snake? We're about to find out. So this is a heal. I'm just going to take it just for the sake of taking it so I could keep my healing I have. So that was a Solid Snake, but we do have a Snake Eater moment on this ladder. Big climbing. Although we don't actually have to do this. The developer is after the first time you beat the game, you could just slide down and
What a thrill! Never on above you!
But yeah, so that was something they added in for us after the speedrunning community specifically, after you beat the game one time. Because the developer, Adam, actually said he really enjoys that moment, as do I. It's kind of like an emotional moment of her climbing slowly down the ladder with a song that is extremely good that we didn't get to hear, unfortunately. But here we are. Here's Mr. Crow hanging out in the basement in his underwear like every gamer.
Yeah.
Accurate.
I mean, he's got a record player. He's got some wine. I don't know what's going on with the rest of his body, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah, what's the high C ecto cooler pool behind him?
That's what it is. Every eligible bachelor has to have a pool of Kool-Aid.
Oh, that's that slurm, dog.
Slurms.
Whammy wham wham wazzle.
All right, so RJ's going to be looking for a visual cue when the last pillar enters and recedes into the pool. Is going to count for like around 6 seconds. As you can see, he kind of grabbed 3 grenades throughout the entire one, and then hopefully, well, that's still a lot of damage that's been inflicted. I don't think that was the entire ticks of the grenade, but it will speed up this fight quite significantly. But you are still kind of gated by these 2 traps on the side and still a lot of damage for him to do. We don't want to see him recede into the water. It's going to be a pretty lengthy sequence of really slow attacks. Oh, and he managed to get hit there a little bit. Luckily, we got healing before he indeed pops up again. Now, if you run out of bullets, you're going to have to wait for a reserve ammo to slide down on the left like it did for RJ. All the while taking down this spongy, incredibly spongy character. Oh, managed to get nicked once again, but still, we still have some healing left over. So hopefully,
Wow, this did not go well. That's all right. We will get through it. It'll just take a. Oh, hello, sir.
yeah, very nice clutch dodge there.
There
we go.
There it is.
So there is a quick kill where it doesn't require nearly as many bullets as that. But time is coming up when we press this button. Very shortly, we get an answer if we want to accept a vial or not accept a vial. We'll accept it. Feels like a good idea. So time is in 3, 2, 1, now.
Awesome.
Here we go. We can see Mara drinking the vial. Julie and Tolman is that guy's name. I don't even know if we ever talked about him, but he's there. There are some other characters that you can interact with, but we never get to see in the speedrun. And you get a nice little results screen like you do with every survival horror game. Just a fun fact, in the screen, the developer Adam, he actually prefers Mara in the boots as opposed to the running shoes. He thinks she looks less cool in the running shoes. But anyway, yeah, that's Crow Country. Thanks for letting me run it here. This is my first time at a GDQ running anything or actually even being at one. I just want to shout out the Crow Country Discord again. Lots of great people in there willing to help anybody out, learn any of the runs. There's a couple of different categories. The developers, Adam and Tom, are also in there and work with us on some things. Shout out my family, my girlfriend specifically, for always supporting me and encouraging me to be here, even though I was very nervous about it. Thanks to my couch, Bobbeigh and Maxie, for doing your thing on here for a few hours. I really appreciate it. Do you guys have anything? Well, I do. So Bobbeigh gets to do a run right after this. So please stick around and watch that.
And then I can sleep.
Yeah, then sleep.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was an honor.
Anyway, I think that'll do it for me. Thanks, everybody.
RJ, you did amazing.
Yeah.
One more time.